Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. We left off last episode by buying this pretty little grass field over here, field number 27, which we are ready to mow. Now, before we do that, though, I want you to have a look at the contracts page. There is the usual paying contracts for $1,000 to like $4,000, $5,000, but then there's this one over here for $26,000. It's a baling contract. Now, the field that needs baling is gigantic. However, last episode we had to take out a $55,000 loan to buy our grass field. So I think before we start mowing our own field, we will go ahead and rent a baler, and I will go and bale this huge field. I don't know how much time it's going to take me, but I think for the payout, it's going to be worth it. So let's unhook everything here, and I will go rent a bale, and I'll see you at the field. And here we are. This is it over on the right, and it is absolutely gigantic. Now, Walter wanted us to grab his tractor as well as the baler, but I quite like our old Fiat, so I only grabbed the baler. So let's turn this bad boy on and let's get it going. I have no idea how long this is going to take. Hopefully we could get it done in a fair amount of time. Wish me luck. Now, this would have been way faster with a square baler, but unfortunately only the round one was provided, and I'm pretty sure the contract also was requiring a round baler. The difference between both of them being that the square baler, well, first of all, the bales can be quite a bit larger than the round ones, but also, more importantly, is that the square baler, you don't have to stop every time the bale is ready. You could just keep on going, and the bale is going to fall out the back as you're going. With the round one, the round baler like this one, every time it gets to full capacity, you have to stop and let the bale out, so it's quite a bit slower and a bit more tedious to use. But we're already at over 10%, so we're doing good. And I announced earlier today that we're going to be sticking to a consistent upload schedule from now on, because I've had a lot of people asking me, hey, when's the next Manalords video coming out, or when's FS coming out? So this way there won't be any more confusion. Farming Simulator will always be on Fridays from now on, calling it Farming Fridays. And on Mondays, we're going to get the Manor Lords episodes. So Manor Lords is always going to be on Mondays, Farming Simulator always on Fridays, and if I've got time, I might add some different game or a different video in the middle of the week. And we are 3/4 of the way done now. We've been going for a couple of in-game hours. So let me just get a couple more rows in, and I will see you then. And we have finally finished. It is now 7:30, and so we spent several hours doing this, and this is so many bales. Take a look at this. The official count is 55. So I think that's pretty good, and we will now collect our cool 26,000 from Walter. And there we go. So that was a day well spent. Now we're going to head home, sleep for the night, and tomorrow morning we're going to go mow our new field. Okay, time to mow. So with yesterday's contract paying a nice amount, we are now at $31,000. And with the sale of our current silage that we have over here, and the additional silage that we will be able to get from the new field, we'll be able to repay our loan completely. Now, I usually have a tendency to do this thing in FS where I'll take out a loan, buy a field or something, or piece of equipment, and then I want to repay the loan as quickly as I can. So I end up like buying some other field and some more equipment with another loan, and then I just end up with a huge amount of debt. And I don't want to do that in this playthrough. I really want to try and keep our loans under control and repay them as soon as possible. I want to try and stay in the black here. So that's why we'll repay this loan as soon as we can. So let's go ahead and attach the mowers and get going on our new field. Mowing grass in this game is one of the most satisfying things I find. I love the way it looks, and I mean, that's saying something in a game like Farming Simulator with harvests and corn and wheat and all those big crops, but the grass just really does it for me for some reason. So now let's go get the windrower and make some nice rows. Let's tidy it up a bit. And I mentioned Manor Lords before, Manor Lords Mondays. if you like city builders and resource management games, and especially, you know, realistic medieval city builders, definitely have a look on my channel page. I have a full playlist dedicated to Manor Lords, and I'm having a blast filming that, so go ahead and take a look. Now let's place these back in the shed. And let's place the big one next to it. And one of my viewers mentioned last episode, because I was having so much trouble with these bale forks or bale lifts or whatever, and one of my viewers mentioned that they actually go on the back of the tractor, and I was using them on the front and was having a whole lot of trouble getting those bales on. And he also mentioned that you're supposed to fold them back up once the bales are on there, and so that way it prevents the bales from just sliding off. So I want to try that right away before we go and return to the other field. So let me just hook this up real quick to the back, and we'll try and pick up some bales, and we'll see if it actually does work better. So he was saying on the back like this, and we lower it, and then we grab. Let's go for this one. Okay. So now I would lift it. No. And fold it, right? That doesn't seem... doesn't seem right. But are they holding is the question, though. Because as long as they don't slide off, to be honest... no, I think that one might be coming off. Maybe I didn't. It's because I didn't adjust it before grabbing them. But you know, they seem to be holding. Let's go for a ride real quick, and we'll see. I mean, it's definitely moving in there, but I guess it's better than it was, for sure. The right one is perfect, even if it looks a little wonky with the fork inside of it like that. But you know, this might work. I might be able to take these to the sell point without having to rent a trailer for it. All right. I think I'll do that, actually. We'll take these ones to the sell point, which was super far away, if I remember correctly. Somewhere over here. Was it the animal dealer? Yeah, I think it was the animal dealer. Let's have a look at silage. Yeah, it is the animal dealer. However, I think we're going to wait a little bit just to get a little bit more money in September. I know it's a very negligible difference there, but I mean, I think we could use all the money we could get. So we'll wait a bit. We'll wait 1 month, and next month we'll try and make the trip. So let's try and put these back down. You know what? I could just detach the entire thing. I don't need to have it on. All right, there you go. We'll come back to that next month, but I think it's better than the way I was using it for sure. Definitely was easier to get them on there. Just hope they don't slide off. All right, now let's get our windrower hooked up. And let's head off. I don't know how many bales we'll get out of that small field. And we also need to look into getting a baler. But again, I want to get rid of that loan first, the outstanding loan we have right now. And then once that's off, only then will we look at maybe purchasing our own baler. They are quite expensive too. All right. Let's unfold this bad boy. And let's get to windrowing. Now it's a pretty small field, but we're working our way up slowly. Eventually we'll get the bigger fields across the way. For now, this is all we could afford, and that's fine. Now, I had a look while I was windrowing, and apparently the field at home is already ready to harvest, which is surprising. But let's go check it out. If it is, that's going to be perfect, because we'll be able to rent the baler and bale up both fields at once. So that would be great. Here, let's have a look. It is ready to harvest. All right. Well, that's fantastic then. So 2 for 1 today. Let's go ahead and hook the mowers back on. And we'll get this one mowed for a second time. We'll leave the windrower right here, because we're going to be using it in a second. So hook these back on. And we might need to get some more fertilizer afterwards from the store, because I doubt that there is a whole lot left in there. And there's almost none. There's 3 liters. Okay. So, but we do have some. Yes, we have a pallet over there that we left at the store. So that's cool. That's great. That's the good news about this tiny, tiny fertilizer is that it only holds 300 liters. So you feel like a pallet lasts you for forever. And I also want to take a look before we mow at our greenhouse, at the water in here. And it's fine. Got 15,000 liters left still. And let's get to it. That's going to be a nice amount of silage, both fields together. And as I was mowing, I noticed we have a gate at the other end of the property that I didn't even know about. Over here in the corner, you might have noticed it. Right here, there's a little hidden gate. There we go. I'll leave it closed for now. We don't need it. Now let's get these set up where they belong. And then we will, whoops. And then we will windrow this field as well. I definitely want to get some animals at some point. I feel like with all the grass and the silage and all that, animals would be a natural progression for us. And I can see something instead of grass here. Could be maybe some sheep or some cows or something. I don't know. Let me know what animals you guys would like to see first, and we'll see if we can make it happen. I've only ever had sheep in FS. I've never had pigs, and I don't think I might have had cows at some point, but that was years ago, and I don't remember anything about it. But let me know whatever animals you guys would like to see. I'll try and head into that direction if possible. But that's not for right now. For right now, we need to repair our loan and see where that takes us, where we go from there. There's a couple fields on our street that I would like to purchase, perhaps as soon as we can. And at some point, we'll also have to progress from grass to maybe something else. An actual crop would be nice. All right, so next we have to go get another baler. Once again, rent the baler, bale these up, and then we could wrap them and turn them into silage. I think both fields combined are going to be a very nice amount of silage. Silage does make good money, even if you don't have a huge amount of bales. And so I'm quite anxious to get those sold so that we could repay that loan we have. This is the field that we're going to get at some point. This is the end goal. Well, not the end goal, but a long-term goal for us is to get field number 29. And there's also another field behind it, which is field 30. And both fields together are pretty big, so that would be great. But I think on the shorter term, we'll grab fields 38 and 37, possibly also 36. That is going to be a more immediate goal. If you guys are enjoying the episode, please drop a like. It really does help the channel out quite a bit. And make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss the next episodes. What is this? What is this crop? Just some corn. It looked different. I couldn't tell what these lower parts were. That's one thing I love about this map is the size and the shapes of the fields. They're different. They're not just rectangular, boring fields. They've got some movement to them, some different shapes, and there is also a lot of verticality on the map. The fields aren't all straight. Now let's head on over to the shop and look at the balers. All right, let's have a look. Oh, and we haven't checked out the specials for this month. That's a nice price for that trailer, but we don't need trailers though for now. We don't need any of this, but I always like looking at the used vehicles. Sometimes you get some really good deals on some of these. Yeah, so let's take a look at the round balers. I don't remember which one we had last time. It's not the end of the world, but I do want to keep the same bale size, however. So let me go check that out real quick. I'll be right back. And it was the New Holland with a bale size of 150 centimeters. So let's go ahead and get this one once again. What does this do? That's just the look of it, or what? All right. So let's go ahead and lease this one for $3,000. And we already have the bale wrapper at home, so we don't need to go for one of those bigger combination balers. So that's good. Saves us a little bit of money. And I know for now, the episodes don't have that much variety in them, simply because all we have are grass fields. So it's going to be a lot of mowing, a lot of windrowing, and a lot of baling for the first couple of episodes. I will try and do like I did today. I enjoyed that, doing some contract work here and there just for variety's sake for you guys. Although today was a baling it was a baling contract, but I had to do it for the money. But I'll try and get some different contracts in for next time. How much fertilizer is in here? We should have brought well, we couldn't, but there's only 700 liters. There's not that much, but we still have two full tanks of our small mini fertilizer. And I think since we did start off with some baling today, I'll leave the baling of our fields for next episode. I think we'll start off episode 4 with the baling and the wrapping of our 2 fields. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, as we did a whole lot of baling and mowed our new field for the first time. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next Friday.